Hello Year 3 and welcome to the maths lesson for Monday the 18th of January. Hope you all had a great weekend and that you're now ready to have a go at some of our maths. Today we're going to be carrying on finding out about fractions, but before we do that we're going to have a bit of a warm-up practicing subtracting ones from numbers with up to 3 digits. So I thought it would be useful just to start off by reminding ourselves of the different vocabulary that we can use, which means subtraction. So we've got subtract, minus, less, decrease, take away, fewer, leave, and difference. And all of those words might appear in questions. You might say them. I might say we're taking away. I might say we're going to subtract. We're going to find out how many less there are. And that will help us with our mental maths practice for today. So let's have a look. Today we're going to be subtracting ones from numbers with up to 3 digits. To be successful, you're going to be needing to use your number bonds within 10, and if you need to, you can use some jottings to help you to calculate. So, as usual, we've got 3 tasks. We've got the yellow tasks, green tasks, blue tasks. Decide which one you want to start on, have a go at them, and see how you get on. Pause the video and have a go. Great. Now then, grab a pen and check your answers. You might again want to pause the video while you're just doing this. Great job. If there are any you didn't get right, have another look, have a go with some jottings and just see where it is that you made your mistake. Right, so for today's maths lesson about fractions, we're going to be comparing unit fractions. And to be successful today, we need to use bar models to show fractions. We need to know that the denominator shows how many equal parts the whole is split into. And we need to use the greater than and less than symbols in order to compare the fractions. So let's start off. Let's remind ourselves what it is, a unit fraction. Have you remembered? Okay, well, a unit fraction is a fraction where the numerator is 1. Now, see if you can think of and jot down some unit fractions. I'll give you about 10 seconds, see how many you can jot down, and then you can see if you've matched any of the ones that I've come up with. Okay, now these are some that I jotted down. We've got 1/2, 1/10, 1/4, 1/3, 1/100th, 1/25th. Did you match any of those? If you did, fantastic. As long as your fraction had a numerator of 1, then it could be any number. So well done for that. Next, we're going to watch a short clip that explains to you how to compare the unit fractions. So, here we go.
Hey, did you notice what I noticed? This time, the denominators are not the same. So how can we compare 2 fractions when the denominators are not the same? I'm thinking bar model. You too? Let's draw 2 bar models, one showing 7ths and one showing 5ths. There. Remember, both bar models have to be the exact same size in order to compare. So let's shade in our first fraction, 1/7. Now, let's shade in 1/5 on the bottom. And now we can compare. We can see here that 1/7 is less than 1/5. We could also say 1/7 is smaller than 1/5. We've just proven that 1/7 is less than 1/5. Here are two more examples for you to try. So pause here, have a go. Remember, build those bar models, and then we'll come back and compare our answers together. For the first example, we have 1/2 and 1/3. So we're going to build two bar models showing halves and thirds. Let's color in 1/2 and let's color in 1/3. What do you notice? Can you see that 1/2 is greater than 1/3? And for the final example, 1/4 and 1/9. Let's draw two bar models showing fourths and ninths. For 1/4, we'll shade in 1, and for 1/9, we'll shade in 1. Can you see which one is greater? Yes, 1/4 is greater than 1/9.
Right, so let's have a look at this example because this is going to be similar to your task 1. We need to fill in the space here in the circle. So we need to look at 1/4 and 1/2. We're going to need to use our greater than and less than symbols as well. Can you remember which way they go? Well, the wide end goes to the biggest number. So let's have a look. Now, just like in the clip, I've drawn some bar models to help. So the first one is showing 1/4. So let me shade in 1/4. And then the second one is 1/2. So I'll shade in 1/2. And once you've shaded in, it's easy to see which one is bigger. So let's have a think now. Do we need this symbol or this symbol? Which is bigger? So 1/4 is less than 1/2 because we can see that a half is a bigger fraction. So we need to use this symbol because the smaller end is pointing to the smaller number. So this is showing us that 1/4 is less than 1/2. Pause the video now while you have a go at task 1. Okay, task 2. I want you to have a look at the bar models that you've done and see if you can now complete this sentence. When the numerators are the same, the something the denominator, the something the fraction. So let's have a think about that. Again, pause the video while you have a look and see if you can decide which order we need to use the words smaller and bigger. That's right. You've noticed that when the numerators are the same, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. That's because the denominator tells us how many equal parts the whole is split into. So if we split the whole thing into 10 equal parts, or 2 equal parts, the one with 10 equal parts, each piece is going to be smaller. Right, task 3. Have a look at this diagram. Emma says the diagram below show that 1/10 is greater than 1/4. Well, we can see on this bar model we've got 1/10, and on the bar model underneath we've got 1/4 shown in that shape. But is Emma correct? I'm going to use my bar models to show me and to double check. What do you notice about my two bar models? That's right, well, they mentioned it on the clip. They're both the same size. The whole thing is the same size. So I'm going to shade in one part of my tenths bar and one part of my quarters bar. Now, looking at that, we can see that 1/10 is smaller than 1/4. So Emma is not correct. Do you agree? No, we don't agree, because 1/10 is smaller than 1/4. Pause the video and answer the questions. Then task 3 is to have a go at this quiz, which you'll find on BBC Bite Size under Comparing Two Fractions, and the link is also shown on today's timetable. Have fun with the quiz, and don't forget to send in your work by 3:30 if you can, and then the next lesson for tomorrow will be online from 5 o'clock today.